there's a lady called Nyandia Gashago. I saw this post and I had to share it.
Okay.
Kenyans drink like our doctors are well paid.
Whoa.
Let's just unpack that, guys.
Yeah.
Just let it sink in.
All the 1942s in a club.
You be drinking VSOP. Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter.
Counterfeit.
You be drinking that, whatever the P is coming through that bar, right? And you just drink Sijui Machozi ya Simba squared, right? It's called county, yeah. That shit is like 50%. No, Machozi ya Simba is when the drink is so lethal.
Yeah.
Right? Until it's I'm guessing that's the tears of the Simba.
The
right?
alcohol in it.
How can you
definitely count?
Like you drink that as if you got good health care. You don't know that your doctor is terribly paid and is just waiting for you to come and say, "Doctor, it's aching over here." And kumbe he has another patient who's just like, I need a penis. Okay, kidney.
Penis, someone would notice. Come on.
Let me tell you, you will wake up and they say, "Oops," and then that's it.
We took off the wrong part.
That's it. Okay, that's it. Okay, there's somebody who needs an extra arm. Oops.
My bad.
You came here for a tooth extraction.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's not be out here, messing this Lamborghini, right? Mine is still a fresh Lamborghini.
That's
Some of you guys,
true.
you're 21 and it's like an old Jimny Jeep.
Those
Volkswagen.
Yes, the Peugeots.
Peugeot.
Peugeot. Yeah, Peugeot. Funny enough, I can't say that car without seeing my grandfather. Is that weird?
Because he had one.
Yeah, so now every time I see it, even it looks like his face.
Your grandfather alikuwa flying squad.
Maybe, I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Was it the long one?
Yes, the long one.
Yo likuwa nini CID? No, what do they call? Flying squad. Yes, flying squad.
That's the first ever Subaru ya Mambaru.
Yeah. Ilikuwa Peugeot ya
Ilikuwa
Mambaru.
Peugeot ya Mambaru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could go there
The long one.
they tell you squat. And the guy is speeding. And na ukianguka na kwambia, unaniangukia.
No.
I don't know. Bro.
Maybe he was a con man. Because he was like a businessman.
Yeah.
So I don't know how he got a Peugeot.
Because he went to the shop.
No, if you're saying it's Subaru Yamambari, so that means it was expensive. Maybe he was a con man.
No, you could buy it. You could buy it. Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
I remember there's a time my dad had a Peugeot pickup. God damn. Alafu najua ni.
They had pickups.
Bro, see, it was like a pickup. And then,
there was a pickup version. There was the 4x4 version. Kwanza his was red.
And then it's those ones for
4x4.
Not 4x4, 4-seater.
It's a pickup,
whatever.
And you're 5 people in this family heading in the same direction.
So there are those who love to sit.
No! My mom can't allow it. We're all seated in that cabin, yo.
Like this.
Yeah. And it's not a double cabin.
PK.
It's a single cabin. It's not a double cabin. My mom is like, we go sitting there. Yo, but finally they bought an ammo team.
It's the one that the front seat is like one long seat. Right?
Yeah, it was one long seat and then the canini was there.
It's in the middle.
No, but
Kamzuri.
That one.
Yeah.
That one, that time you sat like this. So that your dad can change the gear. Good times.
Fun times. They'll never understand. These kids will never understand.
Still on
They'll
Kenyans
never
drinking,
understand.
like the doctors, while the doctors are being underpaid. I might be digressing or anything, but I saw a clip on social media, someone complaining how at the hospitals don't have shisha. I thought shisha was like the actual
My guy,
shisha.
what do you mean?
Kumbe, it's sha. So the sha has got she as well, right?
There's she and there's sha.
Yeah, there's she and there's sha. So when they actually go on and talk about it, they say she stroke sha, but they put it together and say shisha. Niliona mtu ana complain
because the thing is called shift.
Yeah, shift.
Yes, and NHIF was changed to shift.
Okay, got it. I was like, bro,
so now shift, they put she and then they sha.
Yeah.
Hata hospitali ya ina shisha. Before nini OTP huwezi pata shisha.
But did you see that? Let me tell you, honestly, in Kenya, guys, as in, you guys are just drinking like this, yani, living your life, eating trash, knowing very well that you don't have good health care and your doctors ain't well paid.
And they're probably going to steal your organs.
There's a babe who went to complain about this shafty, shisha, right? What is it called? Shift. She went to complain to the CS, like, if you've gone to the Hosi and they can't treat you and, they're treating you shafty, right? And you've been complaining and there you have to do a knee surgery that needs to happen. There's a baby here who's just done, what's it called? CS. And she's been stitched there. It's like a zip, yo.
Yeah.
Exactly. I haven't done CS. Like, as in, she can cough once and her guts will be on the table. And she's there with her brand new baby.
Imagine walking around in this 6
kilometers just to walk to the office of the CS. Instead of the CS remembering that this is our office, we hired your right? They arrest this babe.
Yo, did they find her, by the way? Where is Grace? They find Grace?
They see now she's been required somewhere. They've arrested her. Well, I haven't followed up.
I think they released her.
They did.
Yeah, they released her after people started making a lot of noise online and whatnot.
Bro, some of the people arresting her, like her child's age.
Yeah.
I'm not Dabu.
And even the way she was arrested in another hospital.
Imagine.
Can you imagine?
I saw that. That's so disgusting. Shame on you,
but that
Deborah.
makes me realize the only way they can get that guy for Kware is if he goes to hospital.
Wow.
Because they're catching people in hospitals.
That guy
but they can't find him anywhere.
Unless
that was fake news. Me, I don't believe that story.
Unless that guy says, "Hey, no mona tumbo." The
guy is still at large, eh?
At large.
At large. Hey,
I don't believe that story at all. I don't believe that story for 1 bit.
Police station.
How?
Wow.
How?
That's Kenyans.
So the same people who can find you using your phone number and come for you when you're at the kiosk going to buy milk. You can't find a mass murderer.
No, but guys, you have to understand that in Kenya, the only people who make it out, like if, like for example, you're innocent, there's no way you're gonna make it out of the police station. But like if you're a serial killer, you forget that. Do you remember that other serial killer?
I forgot to log.
Do you remember that other serial killer? There was another serial killer.
One?
A few years back.
Yeah.
Same story. He had been suspect, he was fungwad. And then
he
escaped. And then they murdered him.
But
they shot him. He returned fire. Whatever the story is, right? So that's how it goes down. Anyway, what have you seen?
Anyway, so I saw this video. It resurfaced from a few years back, but I want you guys to tell us in the comment section what is the pettiest thing you've done after a breakup, because this one for real takes the cake. It does. Run the tape.
Can's mother has been forced to block dozens of calls after her ex-partner allegedly took her phone number and plastered it on poles here around the CBD, telling people to call up and impersonate Chewbacca for a chance to win $100.
This would be the most childish breakup I've ever had.
The calls have been waking her and her 3 young children up at odd hours in the evening, and they're yet to stop.
I won $500.
Isn't that the most genius thing you have ever seen in your life, guys? No, like for real.
This almost comes close as that babe, that ex for Kerry who took like one shoe. If
Did
you missed
she?
that. You don't remember that babe who took like...
Is that where I got that idea from? Because I've had it for a while now, and I was like, that's so genius.
Oh, that's a petty thing that you're going to do.
That I would do. I was even talking about it the other day. Who had posted? Hope Hajero was like, oh, if you are a burglar and you are going to steal something to inconvenience the person you're stealing from. I was like, every shoe from one pair of shoes.
That's where you got it. Like Kerry told us this story like 2 years ago. Like... He was left there
That is genius.
He came to the office with like 2 different shoes.
He said in fashion. Yeah?
Clap for this young lady.
Yeah.
Red ones
but
this
that
side,
one for
blue ones that
Chewbacca, genius. Because you see, it's non-violent.
Yeah.
She can't even it's not her fault. Who are you going to come for?
No, but like you can,
know what I mean?
I'm sure you can sue for this, right? For harassment.
Can you prove it? Can you prove that it was her? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but see, he's later come out to go on and say he's the one who did it.
Ooh.
The guy.
He didn't?
No, it's the girl who did that to the guy. The mom's phone is the one that was ringing off the hook. So it's the girl who did it.
Right.
Like she's the one who posted his number all over town.
See, but like, you can sue her.
Yeah, but like you can't prove it.
I'm sure you can.
How?
I'm sure you can.
This was like what? Early 2000s.
So there's a camera,
This was early 2000s. It wasn't that simple.
Damn.
But now just be careful if you're going to do it.
Yeah, and now just ukiachwa achika.
Chike, be the smaller person.
Oh yeah, Joyce is in her bad girl era.
I've given my house help my ex's shoes.
Come again, please.
Yeah, I've given my house help my ex's shoes.
Well, she was an ex or a current?
No, Akiwa ex.
Of course, that's
Akiwa
fine.
ex. It may break up in my house. What are they doing? And the house help comes to clean every single day. So unamwambia
Jibambe.
hizi viatu zinakutosha. She tried them like chukua.
Take all of them.
She took all of them.
I kind of brushed.
Yeah, they're strutting and what? Most people wanafaa kutumia nini toothbrush for edges.
Wait.
You brush.
Wait. And then you put it back.
So you know now the way you're returning for each
What
other,
is an
their feelings.
Oh my god.
I was hoping that, in fact, Akolaki, I would have used it for Nini edges. I could have used it for
So you
brushing
keep
my
it.
sneakers, but then I decided to send it back.
After you cleaned the toilet with it. That's great. That's awesome.
But anyway, just know that if you live in a house where like the toilet and the bathroom are in the same place and your toothbrush is in there, if you flush your toilet, kwanza nyinyi wenye hamna toilet seat, you know there are those houses which have the flimsiest toilet seats. Like you're moving like this, you slam the door, it's vunjika. It's like, how you can do? And the caretaker is like, where no mevunja? And after that, you're not about to
it's not
move
what you're going to do.
So now you're there showering. You know that one where the shower is up here and the toilet is down here?
Yeah.
You're flushing. What do you think is happening? All that flush. We already discussed this. It's good to have to
okay.
It's going in the air.
So you don't
settles on your
There's
toothbrush.
this one I saw, although I think it's illegal, don't do it. But there's this lady who said she put estrogen in her boyfriend's smoothie every day for
and then
30
he
days.
made boobs.
When she found out he was cheating, she didn't like cheat back. She didn't even break up with him. She just made him a smoothie every morning and like put estrogen in it. So he was emotional, he was bloated, his boobs were sore, and then she left him.
But like,
So that guy is out there hanging out with his boys, katikati ya conversation. He's like, girl. And then, oh my God, no. I meant bro.
estrogen don't turn you. Estrogen don't turn you
Auntie
gay, bro.
girl.
It doesn't turn you gay. But you can just imagine a guy is doing that nini, a gongara. He's doing a gongara challenge.
I feel like that's illegal, but like also
Bro,
it's kind of great.
I saw a guy doing a sketch for that nini. You know, I haven't watched any of those because fuck that.
Same,
But
because
then I see people do sketches and then you see at the end the guy doing. And I'm like,
That's how he was actually.
he was looking into the camera above. So like this guy had done a sketch where he's doing like some weird stuff, guys.
ish.
At he like this is in the future, I think 2065. I don't know where that sketch is. And then he's got the picture. You know the way like in a house you have like a picture of like, okay, I don't know why you'd put the picture of your president in your house.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But now you have the picture of this
Of
guy.
that guy,
What was his
Gongara.
name?
Egonga.
Egonga.
He was called Egonga. No, but what's his first name? Like his most popular name. I forgot it. Anyway, so he's entered the house and then he's entered with this clandy. And then the first thing he does is like they walk in and then he's like, I salute you, Siju, who. And I'm just like, so that's how I know like this is the Egongara salute. Yeah. So now, if like you find yourself like as a guy, as a man, chances are she's doing estrogen. Is it that way you're turning to Egongara? Which both of them are just like crazy directions. No, hey, that guy, I saw that clip, the one that makes it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because of course they can't give you the
Yeah, they can't give you the whole. Me, I haven't seen any of those
Instagram
things. Even
ilikuwa
those
ni
clips that you're
screenshots.
talking about, I haven't
biting
seen
his mouth
them.
like hey, I'm just like that chile was being given. No wonder alikuwa anagonga paka hapa. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Unanisikia?
Unanisikia? Anyway, but the Kenyans need to stop going into comment sections. Let me tell you,
Hey, your comment sections are lit though.
Kenyans on comment sections.
Please continue. Please, I'm so entertained.
I think we need to literally do awards for best comment. Like,
Yeah,
I think by
facts.
end of 2025
Yeah,
we need
yeah.
to, like what was the most lit comment?
Yeah.
Because I've seen one where you know like where artists post their music. Like they release a song. And the other day there's an artist who had released a tune. I think it was one of these. I don't know whether it's YBW Smith. He had released a diss track from these guys who had dissed him. And then the comment section, you know, because like nowadays I don't even watch anything without going right to the comment section,
Facts.
which is a disease, guys.
No, it's hilarious though. Me, I laugh. I usually
You have to
yes.
check the opinion of
Netflix
other
Me, I'm
people
usually
and what
catch up
me, I
on
go for
comments.
comedy.
and whether people saw what you saw.
Me, I go there for comedy.
Don't you think like Netflix needs to have a comment section?
Yeah.
For real?
in the movies?
Yeah, so that you see what all the people who watch this movie at this point they thought.
Lakini
And they called
waieke
reviews.
vizuri
No,
isi
comment
cover
section.
screen.
Sika YouTube. Hapo tu.
Eh,
YouTube paka
iko
ina
tu hapo hivyo on
separate.
the side, yeah.
Ukiweka kwa comments, I can be watching on my TV and YouTube is like half me. In Netflix, catch up, guys. Catch up. We
Do
need to,
better.
especially movies. Like I'm watching a movie there and I'm just like, am I just supposed to watch this without a comment section? No, it's not normal.
You guys need to know what I'm thinking at this point.
So this guy has put his song out. Do you know what the comment is?
What?
Ati afadhali nisikie uchungu.
Oh God.
As in, For my
Guys, I
international,
was choked on water. Please, next time warn me. No.
don't drink water during this show, right? For my international viewers, basically the guy is saying, I would rather listen. I'd rather feel pain. Feel pain in Swahili is basically
It's the same as here. I mean,
hear
feel.
pain. Yeah,
Hear,
so
feel. Sorry, what
in
did I just
direct
say?
translation is Swahili.
That one.
So basically, he's saying, I would rather feel pain. As in, afadhali nisikie uchungu. But like kusikia hii
Than
ngoma.
kusikia hii ngoma.
So Kenyans stay undefeated, and I just love it. It's just the other day, like, I think it was December. Nisikie uchungu is January. December was what was that comment?
Wacha imtoke.
Sema kutoke.
You know, and
Sema tu ikutoke.
Do you know at some point I actually thought that thing came because of me? But kumbe si mimi.
see where we're
Oh, you wanted to be a trendsetter so
Yeah,
badly.
because
Better
that
luck next
was
time.
the comment everybody gave you
Yeah.
when he was doing his expose.
Watch our
Better luck.
game talking.
Oh, but the best one I have seen, I actually saw it on a podcast. These guys who like reading people's comments. Shits and Gigs. I don't know why that name had disappeared. There was this girl who was saying I can't date anyone older than 25. Like 25 and above is like giving auntie and uncle vibes. And then some guy replied, it was an ex comment, and then some guy replied saying oh yeah, well, your antibody is coming up very soon. What, you know, just dissing, like, we don't even know how she looks like, but the main comment was like, yeah, you just chill, your antibody is coming. She replied to him and said, I'm going to go have a snack. When I come back, this comment better be gone, or else I will post a picture of what you sleep next to every night. He deleted it.
Okay.
So wait.
Yeah.
Was he dissing DCI or how did she know?
Like she was like, I found a picture of your wife.
Oh, God.
So by the time I come back from eating this snack, you better have deleted this comment, or else I will post and people will see what you sleep next to every night.
Why?
He deleted it.
But I always tell people, like, guys, you can't start fights with people on the internet.
She was like, she actually went and found a picture of his wife.
You can't be on the internet talking if you've got collateral damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, haven't you watched movies? Like, you can't start a war.
If you have a lot to lose, just shut up.
If you have kids, you
Yeah.
can't now start being a vigilante at you started war. No, they
Yeah.
will kidnap your kids, right? So, like, if you're single, the best way to do crime is if you're single. You have no family or an orphan, yeah? Then you can do this kind of crimes of insulting people on the internet. Otherwise, they will trauma for you. Oh, I have receipts. Like, you need to have dropped from the sky.
No, but that
because
is
someone
them.
will even dig that photo of yours
My
from Primo, where you are shitting on your pants. Anyway, what have you seen?
Now, actually, before I tell you what I've seen, still on that, I think now Instagram has opened the floodgates for, people to just come at each other on the comment section. Because Sinade Zuckerberg said that they're going to just make it be like Twitter. You can say what you want. You can do what you want.
Whatever.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everything and the evil.
Zuckerberg.
While that is happening, there's Kenyans meeting on comment section. Did you see the couple that got married after meeting on a comment
Can you
section?
imagine? Like you, the way you're just violent on
Uko tu hapo
comments and
mazee. Watu
just-
Wanapendana kwa comment
watu
section.
wanapendana, wewe tuko hapo tu, stop
Ilianza na
talking to me.
comment.
Hata si double tap,
Reply.
ianza na ka comment. Hata si DMs. These days you're doing it live and in action.
Hapo hivyo.
But here's my question. Joyce, have you ever started chatting with someone on the internet and like you've just been like, wow.
No.
On-
Well,
like,
when I was younger.
yeah, now.
Yeah,
it just,
not now.
now it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like, like the guy you were telling me about.
But now people are doing
guy?
that.
The guy who's even emailed you, Mazi.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Don't bring it here.
okay, yeah,
Don't
sorry.
watch it.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Hey, I don't know this story.
Yeah, no.
Mimi nimeachwa out of
You
the
know
loop.
Wait,
this
Ibu, tell us what you've
story.
seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kwanza, I need to address people taking a piss of
Oh, God.
how I take a piss. That's what I've seen.
Oh.
So what I saw online is something that I actually do, and I went on radio and I said it. I pee while sitting down.
Okay, let's just
Yeah, that was
sink
very
in.
brave of
For
you.
our international viewers, just repeat. The guys in the back haven't heard you.
Yeah.
Just slow it down.
So every time I'm in my house and I go to take a pee, I like sitting on the throne. It's
Like,
more
why?
comfortable.
Is it laziness?
No, I mean, it's you sit in your house. Are you lazy?
Is it like you have short-sighted?
You can't aim.
You're like, nini nafanya hapa.
Nah.
You're
One,
watering
I
the
don't have a
toilet.
urinal in my house. and I'm the one cleaning after myself. So it's cleaner if I sit down.
So like,
and also I was raised in a house that had babes. So I got to see the essence of, sitting while peeing down. Or sitting down while peeing.
So was this like when you're growing taller, or like since you are just a baby, even when you're like toilet height, you just like sit on it?
So the questions I got online is like, people are like, so your nini doesn't shika the water while you're down? No, it doesn't. Nobody's does. I'm seeing Mungai turning.
He's embarrassed on your behalf.
But Nigeria,
like, why would you openly talk about this, Kerry? Why?
Because everybody number twos, right?
Yeah.
When you number two, see, while you're seated as a guy, you still pee. So the same way, without me number twoing, I pee while sitting down.
No, but let me just say
And
this.
it's cleaner. It's safer for you. You don't get infections in prostatitis. Or that's the term. Whatever gives you
In
prostate
your
cancer.
prostate.
Yeah, because when you pee while sitting, you chomoa all the pee. When you pee while standing, there's some pee that stays.
That makes so much sense.
That's bound to infection.
That makes so much sense. That's how we're always asking
Because the
ourselves.
bowel is like this.
No. I don't even know those parts.
sorry.
May just know what behavior I see on the streets. I'm like, have you ever seen a babe on the side of the road just going like? No, you don't see it. You see men. Why? Because he left the house. He has peed half.
There's another half left.
There's another half he has left for. He's just going to sprinkle
As we go,
everywhere
you
he
remove
goes.
everything.
Yeah. So yes, this might actually make sense. But also, I have a question. Right? I don't think Nigerian men should do it.
Why?
Why?
I was discussing with a friend of mine, yeah. I thought this is just like, initially I thought, but then I was like,
You thought what? Say it, come
Well,
on.
they have
Nigerians
PPP.
have long ass schlongs. Like big, huge, wow.
So you think they would actually touch the
I feel like it
water?
would just be like chublu. You know what I'm saying? So,
it
honestly,
doesn't.
I'm telling you, guys, don't play with these Nigerian guys.
Do you know how far down that thing is?
That's what I was
listen
actually
to me
thinking.
now.
I'm doing the math right now. I'm like, how many inches do you think it is to like the bottom of
that
where the water is?
Mbali.
Can
Me,
someone tell us how many inches it is from like the toilet seat to where the water is?
Me, I'm
Because maybe
telling
there are
you.
some guys who've got them
Guys,
inches.
let me
now,
tell you
then.
something. Yeah? No, don't
No, that
do
one
it.
unless
No,
you have
that's
like
not
a
possible.
9-inch long and
Me, I'm
like
telling you
12
this, man.
inch.
Honestly, you can be you've never
That's
been in a
not
club and you're
possible.
grinding on a Nigerian man and you say, unhand me. I cannot handle these weapons of mass destruction.
I mean, it could
I'm
be
here
his
for
phone.
business. No, listen.
It would be the phone
We
in
know
the
what
pocket.
a phone feels like.
Listen to me.
We know what a
Listen.
phone feels like.
Let me tell you, there's a reason why I don't date Nigerian guys. I'm not equipped. No.
Unhand me.
No, unhand me, yo. You know that one, Paka, you're just like, I think your water bottle is in
Your water bottle is in the way.
this? What is this doing? What is this? No,
I mean,
guys.
that's why they have big dick energy, because they have.
Hey guys, and that's why like Jungu babes, when she gets a Nigerian guy, like I remember there was a Jungu babe in
You know,
campus.
as an East African sitting
not
here
saying-
watching,
listen, I'm not
listening
saying-
to you saying this, I don't feel okay.
No, it's not a competition. It's not
Nah,
a competition. Honestly,
I don't.
It's not a competition.
Mungai,
It's-
do you feel okay?
You are
Yeah,
okay just the way
Where you are.
Nah, no. Kwanzaa, never ever tell a guy that.
Listen,
Ati, you are just perfect.
this is like
the way you
destructive
are.
stuff. Do you hear me? This is like smart weapon of
Bullshit.
mass destruction. like when you're watching like those CNN and they're showing up coming up next Gaza. No, me, I'm okay with pistols.
You're wait. Come on, please stop.
No, it's
My
okay.
guy, no.
No, let's just get a normal pistol like
No,
tushnyao,
wait.
yes.
No, but there's a babe who was actually giving a story of. I can't get that.
Ceasefire.
I can't get that image out of my head, But there was a babe who was giving a story of how she actually fainted because it was like it hurt her and she collapsed in the
Guys,
middle of coitus.
listen, I don't even know to tell you a story. But like, let me just say this, right? Travel at your own cost. Where uliza mademu wa Roysambu? Hey, there's a baby you haven't seen since December. She's healing.
Haezi kutembea.
She's healing. But then the other day, I went to check out an apartment, and then this baby was being escorted down the stairs by this Nigerian. But I had to blink twice if you're okay.
Are you
like,
okay?
She hurt her leg. I'm like, yeah, sure.
It's her leg.
Sure, she hurt her leg.
That's hurt. Which leg hurt her leg?
Hey.
That was great.
Yeah,
that was
thanks.
actually fantastic. Oh, I needed that. Thanks, guys.
Listen, Kenyan guys, we love you. Yeah, let's just keep it AK-47, pistol. But this one, it's like a bazooka.
A Gaza.
What are we doing, guys?
Wow.
Come on.
All right,
So,
dicks
what have you
aside,
seen?
what I've seen. What I've
I didn't mean to
seen.
exclude you from the conversation. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
Do you know it's snowing in Nyeri?
You're the one who's told me that. What do you mean
Yeah.
it's snowing in Nyeri?
Run the tape. You not see that?
Hiya, for real to Nyeri.
Yeah.
Like,
Hiya.
as in, can you see, like, guys, honestly.
So that video of that kid who said oh, this is Atlanta, Georgia.
Nyeri for real.
Sai anaweza sema this is Nyeri.
Guys, but like, what is going
What
on?
in the climate change is going on?
Yeah,
No.
it just changed. Started raining in January. It's now cold in January.
You
I'm in a
know?
whole winter jacket today
My
on the day of
guy.
recording of this episode.
Yeah,
and
you
then
guys are even in boots. I guess it's because you're 3 a.m.
My
club.
guy,
You
I
guys
went
leave
to
when it's
work
cold,
in a
cold.
vest. I had to go back and just wear my woolen underwear. Like, hey, things are big.
it's crazy. So like you wake up, you're in Nyeri, man, and then there's snow outside.
That's crazy.
You can already imagine the level of cold baridi yenye iko Nyeri. Alafu sai tena unaongeza ya snow. Man, ya snow is on another level.
But like, the other day, I think it was last year, there was snow in the desert in somewhere. I think it was in Dubai.
Yo, what?
Right? Yeah. And then
They
there
didn't
was,
make that themselves.
and
Yeah,
then there
the way
was
they made the rain.
no, you guys, hey, you're overestimating Dubai. In case of Saudi Arabia, I'd say yes. Then there was there's floods. There was floods happening. I think it was is it? Where is this? Turkey. There was like
Turkey?
massive floods
Oh
going
my
on in
God.
China, right?
Yeah.
January, just beginning of this year, there was like massive floods. You know those ones where like everything has been swept away,
Oh my God.
right? And then there is like snow happening in Nyeri, and then there was also in Georgia, like in Atlanta. They are not used to like snow, like that amount of snow.
Yeah, it hasn't snowed
New York
in
was like
15
negative
years.
10 degrees,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
Negative 10. Those ones, even you're being told don't go outside, as in you can
Yeah,
die.
people actually being told not to go
Right?
outside.
And then
My
there's
auntie in Canada is telling us where she is. It's
no
minus
Canada.
31. I'm
Hiyo ni
like,
kujitakia. Canada, I think we all know.
been that way.
It's been like
been that
that
way.
way, right? And then there's all these wildfires, right? In Isiolo.
Yeah.
there are wildfires in Isiolo.
And the interesting part is that they literally did not make noise about this. Kenyans probably know more about the LA,
LA
fires,
fires.
than they know about the Isiolo.
What do you mean?
2000.
Do you know how many Kenyans I saw posting pray for LA while
2000
Isiolo is burning?
Yeah.
No.
2,500 hectares of grassland chomekad. They've just contained it. It was going on for a whole week or so.
Why was it too
Plus.
hot?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah, but you haven't been to those areas. Me, I've been to, where was it? I went and I thought I am actually in hell. Baringo. Bro, I thought I was going to die.
yeah, and Baringo is such
The
an
hot
enigma.
springs,
One side is hella hot,
Man.
and then the other side is raining and fertile.
No.
I promise you.
Yeah, I was on the hot side, clearly.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I thought
so-
I was going to die.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's the that's the side that has those snakes you are talking about.
Yeah, man. Like, kwanza wildfires, I've got a terrible experience of one time a farm, there was fire in a farm, sides of Nandi Hills, right?
What?
So now, while it was happening, when that happens, especially if it's a place where wild animals stay.
Yeah.
So there were lots of snakes that were happying where the fire was. I was on the road. Inside the car, I could see snakes like cross the road to go onto the other side
It's not
where there
burning.
is no fire. Do you know, after parking my moti, then I'd gone to someone's house. The time I was leaving, I had to like really re-inspect the car and make sure that
Yeah,
there
me,
are
I'd be paranoid as hell.
I was
What
so
do you
paranoid that I
mean?
bebad a snake. Like a snake went through like the front.
Oh, no.
Iende itoke kwa AC vent because it's too cold uko ndani ama it's too hot uko ndani. Man, it's crazy.
That's
Can
so
you imagine there's a
scary.
Chinese girls watching this right now? It's like roast
Food.
snake. Where? No,
Free
but
food.
But run the tape.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Gangster.
Bueno, journalist da rua, man. Okay.
That's what up.
Yeah.
That's what up. Okay, now I want to do the slaves route. Do you want to go? We can visit the slaves market, the tree of forgetfulness.
Yep, that's me carrying a snake on my neck. This is in Benin. Now, in this place, snake is normal. Like, snakes are normal, they're everywhere. And that was a python you actually saw me carrying on my neck. And, that is actually a temple of snakes.
How does it feel?
It feels like
Snake.
you see that Nigerian story I was telling you? Now just imagine it's cold and then I wrapped it around my neck. That's what it feels like. Yeah.
I've actually clenched every part.
But that's a temple. That's a temple you've just seen where all those snakes are down there. It's called I've forgotten. I was there. That was 2012.
That's the one you're telling us, if the snake doesn't bite you, you're a good person or something.
Like it's just some crazy stuff. And then right across that, there's one of the oldest churches in West Africa.
History. Oh, okay.
Like it's crazy.
Nah,
and they live in harmony, with each other, like voodoo and religion, yeah.
I mean, that's good for them. And I know I was seeing this whole thing of like, you're supposed to face your fears, and you face your fears, like they no longer have power over you. I'm not going to hold a snake.
No, I don't know.
The tourists who built that church, I am
snakes.
so sure, was telling the locals there, you guys, you made me build a church. Making me think that people are going to come and it didn't show up. You snakes. You're just looking at them like that.
The funny thing, these guys would even say if you find a snake under your pillow, right? Like,
it's good luck.
You just take it outside. Like, you don't this one, a Kenyan voice.
Yo, I would burn the whole house down.
The time it was flooding in Nairobi where people were saying that snakes have chomoka at the museum. Me, I thought they'll swim to Kile.
Yeah, because that's where they're just like, where should we live? We should find a high-rise building. No, but especially us guys who live on ground floor. During these floods, now is when you should panic because ninis can come through the toilet.
Guys, stop traumatizing me.
No, it happens.
You see the way you feel about frogs?
I'm there sitting down while peeing and then there's a snake in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's how I feel about snakes. Like at a point, I couldn't even look at a snake, even on TV.
Guys, let me ask you, where is this fear coming from?
I don't know. Oh, no, I know where mine came from. Because a snake tried to eat me when I was a child.
To eat you?
Yeah.
A python?
An anaconda? To eat you, I'm hearing yum, yum, yum.
No, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Because we had gone to the snake park when I was in primary. Park. Wait, chill. Okay? I was like 5. Okay, maybe 7. But how I remember it traumatized me for my whole life. So we had gone to the one at the museum. Those very dangerous snakes they are put behind a glass, whatever.
Yeah.
A glass cage for a reason, right? So me and my curious self, because I was really small, but I wanted to see what was on the other side. I was like, let me see. Because the bigger kids could see the snake and I was like, wow. Me and my former, I was like, let me see. So I can't even remember if it was a teacher who carried me or if it was an older student. But the minute they carried me like this, the snake just on the... I was like, glass. This guy was waiting for me. Yeah. This snake was waiting for me. Since then, I've been scared of snakes. Even in primary school, high school, after that, if you're ever going to the snake park, I used to sit in the bus. I'm like, I'm not going there. So he tries it. If that glass was not there, I'd be gone. I was the size of a doorknob. It would have eaten me in one bite.
Do you know what I find? Do you know what I find, Paule? You know what I find so crazy is a lot of people will tell you, oh, even God said in the Bible that woman will be afraid. I'm just like, guys.
Me, mine has nothing to do with Eve. I have other fights with Eve. She's still going to catch hands when I fight her.
But let me just say this. I think I need to vindicate Eve because I feel like there's so much hate coming her way and people say all sorts of about my mother, okay? And this is what I just want to put out there. She had no variety. You know the way you're sitting there? She had only Adam. Right? She had, right now she'd come, if she was to wake up right now, she'd be like Nigerians, Kenyans, Japanese,
but
how she just had one type.
But you see, allegedly,
and she had to manage.
That's why she went for a snake. She was tempted by a snake.
Guys, you guys, man, you need to stop blaming her for all sorts of things. Manage yourselves.
Allegedly, the knowledge of that did not exist to them. Okay, they were just chilling. There was nothing because there's a theory that the apple isn't actually Guys, it's a theory. Don't come for me. I know Christians
that
are going
the
to be
apple
hella
is-
mad. So there's a theory that the apple isn't actually an apple. It's sex. That Eve had sex with the serpent, and that's how Cain was born.
I'm so sure that this is how.
With us.
This story, it's a guy who came up with it. Me, all I know is like we are products of incest.
Actually,
She hooked up with Adam. She's like, I'm bored, man. I need-
say-
But you see, that's what I mean.
you
Like,
think
that-
it's a guy-
the whole concept of hooking up wasn't even there. Those guys could literally sneeze and be like, I want a son, and God was like, here. Like, there wasn't supposed to be like the whole sex and labor and
Which
all
Bible
of
are
those
we reading
things.
this? 'Cause
So
me-
it's a theory, bro. Again, it's a theory because I like diving into this like very weird.
Yeah, I've
examples of-
seen that the
Yeah.
pain of childbirth
Yeah,
was
it wasn't
like the
supposed to be
punishment
there.
that she
Yeah.
got
Is
and
Is
everything.
it Prophet Lovie who was telling you?
No.
There's a reason.
It's on the Bible.
There's a
It's
reason why
there.
I'm saying this, right? Because you need to tell me which verse this is, and why I'm saying Prophet Lovie. Because so Prophet Lovie, you know, I was telling my friend the other day, the same one I was telling about the Nigeria. We were talking about the Nigerians, bazooka, and I was telling her about like Prophet Lovie and what he's up to right now. You know that guy for Nikki Cheki, run the tape.
Yeah. We know love. Okay.
For the kids, yo.
For the gents.
Yeah, it's this guy. Kamata. No, he's not that one. He's that guy for Nini.
Piga makofi.
Vuta pumps.
That one.
Vuta pumps.
Hey, those songs are fire.
That
Alcohol
guy.
blow.
He was such a fly guy, man. You know the other one died, yeah? Yeah, it's so sad.
Unfortunately.
And then the cute one stayed. Now, here's the thing. This guy became a prophet, man.
He
And he
baptized.
I've seen
he
that.
has
I've
a
seen that.
mega church
I've seen
He
it.
baptized
California.
T.I.'s son.
in California, yo.
Yeah.
Really?
That's how, like,
Yeah.
it's his church is about celebs and stuff. Now, there's already exposés on YouTube about how he's a false prophet.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yo, that's why I'm bringing this story for Nini when your interpretation.
Anapeanaga till number kwa church yake.
Yake
PDQ.
yake inakuanga sent to this account. Tuma kwa hii number,
Donations.
right?
Send your donations.
And he has got 2 services per week. Anyway, I don't know. I can't even judge the guy.
Yeah.
But there are people who've gone to his church and they've come out saying that, yo, this guy, he just, you know the way you've just told us about Eve's your theory? Even him is all about theories.
Really?
Apparently.
Me, I like listening to different interpretations of like what people actually think about the Bible. 'Cause
That's
it's
usually called,
very-
that's in the Bible is referred to as, what's this word? False prophets.
Well, it's a good thing.
Speaking of
Don't feed
prophets,
it.
did you see Lynn Ngugi's show? Run the tape. So here, there's a babe who went to Lynn Ngugi's Nini show and said about the mightiest prophet. And she was talking about, you see how she's mentioning, anyway, this story is long. She goes in and
Which
talks
prophet?
about,
Is it?
guys,
Me, I don't know his
you
synonyms.
can't, she didn't mention the guy's name.
Oh,
She's,
okay.
that's what I'm telling you. She said mightiest prophet, right?
I'm assuming that.
Now, the reason why we are not mentioning,
Allegedly.
don't mention the guy. You know why I'm telling you not to mention the guy?
Oh, because of, yeah.
So what happened?
No, I don't know who that is.
What happened? This guy, once they watched this show, the guys, because she's basically talking about how this church is a cult. She went in when she was in college, right? They had a branch next to her uni, and she started going to the church, blah, blah, blah. And she changed. She even like pushed her family aside. Her family who was saved. But then they're like, which saved is this?
Yeah.
You know? And so she...
proper cult behavior, isolate you from your family, all
she
that.
even had like, you know that dress, those dresses they wear? It's like, you know those high schools for Kenya where the principal tells you, yes, this is the uniform, but you can only buy it at this principal school outfitters. You know?
There was even a specific place
A specific place, and it's 5K.
Shut up!
Like, it's not at its street, it's 2K. Your
Inaka-
dress ni 5K, maze.
Sio dress
Right?
inakanga
Ni
kanzu.
expensive.
Ni white tu.
Ndio, hapana, kuna
Oh, na iko na makala zina-
but it has to be a
Still.
maxi, like, you know, wearing jeans, you'll go to hell. No, sijui wearing tight clothes, you'll go to hell. Basically, he'd say, like, don't show your form as a woman, right? And there are people who think it's a fetish. Anyway, so she basically gives this Toro on. You can watch it on Lynn Ngugi's show.
Yeah,
And what happened next is what, for
It's
me,
crazy,
shocks me.
yeah.
Like, the church basically saw this. They Tumada Circular. You know, they have their own radio station. They don't listen to things happening. Like, they are not listening to us. But
Allah.
they have their own radio station where basically it is preachings 24/7. Basically, it's like, repent, Kenya, repent. Like the
Shouts.
whole day,
Yeah.
right? And you're not supposed to. And you have pastor over you. As in, you can't, like if basically like she was told that there's a day the rumor started going around like she's being promiscuous with this producer. Basically, he had just told her he's going to record for her song, and they started calling her promiscuous in a WhatsApp group where they with pastors. They are basically just, and it spread the whole church.
My guy.
Yes, that's how they operate. So basically, when this story came out, they spread the word to shut Lynn Ngugi's channel. How? Step number 1, go to the channel. Step number 2, go to the icon of the Nini. Step number 3, press next. Step, as in, even next. As in, how dumb are you?
Step
by step. As in, basically, they tried to shut her channel down.
Wow.
Just
I hope
because
it
of
didn't
this
work.
interview. Of course. Where did they watch the interview?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they should.
But the lengths that they would go to.
But if they're watching this, I'd love to say, I'd love to ask this, right? If this mightiest prophet really has these powers, right? So he just shuts it in the name of Jesus.
Yeah. And also, what are you doing?
He just does a miracle and the channel is
What are you doing on YouTube
Abracadabra.
or Spotify or social media watching secular podcasts? Does your pastor know?
Yeah, these are the things that.
Yo.
How did they get to know?
But
Right?
it's like these other guys for Akina Tom Cruise. What are they called?
The Scientologists.
Scientologists, right?
Yeah, but
They
then
go
some cult
recruiting.
behavior, yeah.
They go recruiting. Like my guy. Like if you're recording them, they record you. Like they have you ever seen them on the streets? They
What
are,
do you mean?
They are manic. It's crazy. Like the way you can be like at your. They recruit people on the streets. Like the way they tell you, like Jehovah's Witness, they tell you, have you heard about the good news? And then when you just stop. My guy, you are the next thing you'll find yourself across the road. The church is here across the road, right? So but them, I'm not saying Jehovah's Witness is cult. I'm just saying cultish. Kinda potato. And also knowing that, like for example, America. Do you know who really which religion helped fight the what are they called the natives?
Was it Christianity?
It was the Mormons, bro. They are the ones who are going around preaching the word of Jesus so that these people could just
convert.
Yeah, so they'd use their religion to convince the church that it's the right thing to do. And that's how they fought the Mormons. Oh, you're doing that because here in Kenya, basically your grandpaps was sent to school because heart tax was introduced, right? And of course your great is just like that in your local language, right? But then they introduced heart tax. That was the only way they could cooperate. Basically, now all of a sudden you own your land, and then they just start saying, we're going to start charging you for every heart that you have, X amount per month.
Heart as in
HUT.
Nyumba yako on your land.
It's right nowadays. It's called land something, which has been carried since then. But basically, these white people just came to your country and then they wanted you to join their religion, their cult, quit your language, quit your worship. That's what it's called. Sasa, do you know what they did? See now your grandpaps, because he was just like, my kid, as we already have our God, we have our religion, we don't need you.
We don't need
even
you,
gonna
bro.
put on your clothes.
Get out.
But then they said, heart tax is gonna be 10 pence. Now where is your grandpaps gonna get cash?
Yeah.
Right?
You only have cows.
So he says, you gotta start taking your kids to school. So he sent your great grandpaps to school. And then your great grandpaps went to school. He was called Kenya Ajui. He came back called John.
I swear.
The teacher is just like, what's your name? Kenya Ajui? No.
John.
You are now called John. And then here is the guys. Let me tell you how these people are.
The more you know, the more you annoyed.
Let me tell you how these people are super smart, okay? Think
diabolical
about it.
even.
They tell you your name is a Christian name. You tell me Sheila ni Christian name ya wapi?
Bro.
Sheila
Where did it come from?
How is Sheila a Christian name?
From where?
You know what I
in
mean?
the Bible.
You get me?
They were just giving us Jewish names,
You
bruv.
get me?
John, Peter, Margaret,
Esther.
Esther, right? They were actually calling them Christian names.
Yo,
You get
that's
me?
actually crazy.
Yeah. So your people, it's not like it's just the same way. The Mormons, the natives didn't want to give up their land, but they managed to convince these other Christians that it is the will of God, and so they go and fight these people, and then they had guns, guys. Guns was the game changer. So yeah. You guys
That code worked because up until right now, everything has to go through religion, go through the church.
Yeah, and I don't like it when they call it African culture. It's not. You guys just decided to mix all those things together and call it African culture. When we didn't have our own,
but do you know
our own spiritual practices before
when
the Bible?
you
Stop
knew
saying
which
it's
doctor.
African culture.
when you're deep in the matrix,
You knew which doctor.
when you're deep in the matrix, like the other day I asked guys, see, we changed this thing called Wilson Airport. Like, why is it called Wilson Airport? Why is it called Lake Victoria? Why is it called Lake Alice? Why is it called Lake Albert? You know, there's Lake Albert, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And this, let me tell you,
Mount Kenya,
all
it
the
was
royals
Kenyaga.
have a name, Nini, yeah? A lake, right?
And then they say they discovered it. Okay, so it was where you are walking and then it emerged from the earth. It wasn't there before.
I'm not continuing with this story until you subscribe. Okay? In fact, let me go for a bathroom break as you subscribe. I'm going. But here's my question, right? See, we got independence.
Yeah.
Over 60 years ago, right? Some countries even longer. There's no way you can go to Ethiopia and find that it's John Stewart, right? Maybe a hospital
Lake
or something.
Albert.
But like, why are they still called that? Now, the reason why you fought this and you think, Combox, it's not really like
it's just a name.
A very important thing to deal with right now because, we got a finance bill 2025, which, by the way, we're going to unpack next month.
Yeah.
I just don't have the energy for it right now.
Even me, I don't.
You know why? Let me tell you. Look deep in my eyes. Come closer. Do you know, changing Wilson Airport is so embedded in you because you're probably called Wilson. You still have an English name. So the idea of changing means changing yourself, right? And it's not something you're ready to tackle. So, yeah. You get what I'm saying? So you're deep in the matrix. The idea of changing these things like Lake Victoria. Imagine now if this thing was called Ikechuku Airport. And I said, guys, we need to change this thing right now. Because Naijo you get it?
It's
right.
There we go.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense,
So,
actually. Yeah.
guys, piganeni hapo kwa comment section.
Yeah,
Nitakuja na
tupigane.
kiboko.
Yeah.
Nimeshaachia hapo context. You can deal with it.
There's a lot that's for real. I understand that whole thing for like knowledge is power because we're not the only ones having these conversations. I feel like these conversations are being had more and more, especially in African spaces, because back then they had the luxury to keep this information away from us because the world was so much bigger. It wasn't easy to get this information anyway. It wasn't easy to verify. But these days it's very easy to verify a lot of the things that we are talking about. Some of them could be just theories. Some of them could be made up stories. But if you really want to verify what the actual truth is, you can find it. So I would advise each and every one of you to do that for yourself in whatever capacity it works for you. It doesn't have to be on the religion side. It can be on the history side. Just do the research yourself, get more knowledge, and then we can emancipate ourselves.
You know, knowledge can be a curse.
Slavery.
Yeah?
You know, I saw that
Knowledge
guy
ain't no power.
for what's this guy's name? He's a president and he said, look, the more aware you are, the more depressed you are.
Facts.
Yeah, and this
I've
is
been
what
so
I'm saying.
pissed of late, man.
I think knowledge is power, but then at the same time, the thing about knowing is you can't go back.
Yeah.
But then let me just add something onto your story. Africans and where we are at and the conversation. Do you know till today, Mau Mau? Okay, let me wheel it. The reason why we fought for independence or how the fight started was because Kikuyus had been displaced. You understand? These guys came, right? Initially, we used to do trade with Chinese, with Portuguese, those guys.
Arabs.
With Arabs, right? Omans, right? The Oman Arabs, who at some point even owned a whole stretch of East Africa. Comoros, if you look at TZ, if you look at Somalia, like they owned a whole, like anyway.
Like Fort Jesus was theirs.
That was Portuguese, right?
No, the Omans built it first and then the Portuguese took it and redeveloped it.
Exactly. Now, when the British came, they had a business, right? And they built a railway. Nairobi, Kenya wasn't even the plan. Uganda was there. Was the place
main,
where, and they needed to build a railway all the way till the coast. And in the process of building, they started realizing, hey, we can put a police provincial office here. You know where the first office in Nairobi is, yeah? You know, next to Nyayo House, that building there.
Oh.
Next to Nyayo House. That's the first building in Nairobi. And then the second building is Koja Mosque. Right?
Nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, they're living over there. And I have a crazy story.
That's
Remind me, I'll
a
tell you.
small building.
Yes, the ones that next to Nyayo House.
Yeah.
That's the PC's office. That's the oldest building in Nairobi, right? So it was Coast and then PC's office. So these guys, they came there. They started looking around. They're like, wow, this place is nice actually. It's nice. It's nice. You get?
So nice.
Hey, look at
Cool
it.
waters,
It's cool.
manenos.
The weather is perfect.
Nice.
They've come from Britain.
Where it's
The
miserable.
gloomy
Now I understand why
and
they
most
left.
miserable place, right?
the world.
And then they were also in the in the process of conquering. They were in India. They were in, they were doing all sorts of everywhere. So these guys, they finally settled. They decided White Highlands, akina Tigoni, akina Karen, by the way, ilikuwa ya Blixen. They decided Naivasha. These places, they decided to settle.
For themselves.
Now, remember, there were people living here. They were peeps. They were chilling. What were they told? Nyinyi si msonge huko. Songa neni.
Pelekeni ng'ombe Rongai.
Right? And of course, it's not like you're just like, okay, man. No, you're
like, who the are you?
But then they have guns. So now guys have been told bounce, right? And they chill, they're asking themselves. And then they've introduced heart tax, they've started introducing religion to your kids. Like things are big. But you see, you're also noticing that your identity is disappearing. And like that day I was asking guys, and there's a babe I really tackled then. I felt bad because I asked, what is your identity? When you leave Kenya, for example, yeah, like wherever you go in the world, when you say I'm coming home, what are you coming to? See the land. You get if you don't have land, and that's why like a lot of people are stuck in Nairobi and they're because ile heritage ya land imeisha. Now we start to look for different cultural identities. Niyo wristband sasa. Here is bandage atosha, right? Anyway, so eventually they fought because of land. Land was the issue. Yeah. Okay. So they fought. They lost their lives. Do you know they were doing massacres? Do you understand what massacres are? Like they would just bring guys in there and they'd reach a quota. Like if they had only 7 people, they're like, you need to bring more so that we can fill this hole. And they just do mass graves. These are things that people don't know about, right? And that's why I think that this story, when we got independence, I feel like the collaborators are the ones that won. Right? Because Mau Mau till today have not been settled. They've not been given back their land. Till today. The other day, Kimaki's wife was being buried and they give her state goddamn funeral. 5 presidents in, from Jomo to Moi to Uhuru to Kibaki to Ruto, have lied to her that in her lifetime, she will see her land back.
Yeah.
Okay? So guys,
it was quite sad when I watched that an interview she did where the news, the camera crew went to where she was living. Man, I mean,
what you're saying is Mau Mau are still IDPs, is what you're saying. That's crazy. That's very infuriating.
Bro, let me tell you something.
That's very annoying.
Drive on when you're heading towards Naivasha, and just before you get to Viewpoint, over there, those houses there, that's where these guys were relocated. You understand?
Yeah.
Like they were taken away from their White Highlands, which then after the collaborator, the Mzungu went, right? Because he never really bounced. He had
left.
to leave things in play. Yeah. And he had to watch out with his peeps.
Yeah.
His peeps are the ones who took some of these spaces.
Bro.
You understand? And so when you have conversations about why isn't the country moving forward, is because previous injustices haven't been dealt with.
Man, like we have a backlog of injustice.
So the question becomes, and when you remember the history books that you somewhat in school and they were telling you that Dedan Kimathi was basically a footnote. Yeah, he fought for independence and then there's that picture. Right?
Bro, they're very infamous picture.
And there's so many cool pictures of Dedan. You just need to run the tape. There's very good pictures of the guy wearing jeans, wearing leather jacket, like a cool guy standing.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Now, there's a documentary that has been done by BBC by his daughter.
Oh, nice.
Right? The daughter of Dedan Kimathi. And she's basically running this project trying to bring people together and da-da-da. And, it really hurt me. Yani the freedom that you're enjoying today, these people are still begging for
their land back.
Yeah.
Till today. Like,
that's sad.
It's not yet to Uhuru, guys.
And the colonialists also had to, they were paid to leave, right?
Bro, that's another fun fact.
No.
Your land was bought by the government.
You had to get paid.
That's a deal that they struck with the British Empire. And that's why I call it empire.
Siwezi wacha nyumba na farm nimeweka hapa hivi niwachie nani, give me money for it.
Yeah, so the government had to buy it. We used $59 million to buy back those land during independence. And if you remember, one of Jomo's first meetings when he became president was it Naivasha with the white settlers to assure them that
their land is safe.
That they are safe staying in Kenya.
Mr. Kenyatta, some of the 60,000 European settlers here are frightened that their titles to land and their right to stay in Kenya may be thrown overboard when a Kenyan administration takes over.
Well, I don't think they have anything to fear, providing that they behave as a good citizen.
Have you found that since independence things have gone
as badly as you expected or better than you expected?
Oh, they've gone better than I expected.
On the whole, since independence, have things gone better or worse than you expected?
Oh, far better. They've gone infinitely better than I thought they would.
And who do you give the credit for that to?
To Jomo Kenyatta and his government.
Right? And not, oh my God, I hate that I'm going into this, but we got to open our eyes, right? If you look at Tomboya, right? Tomboya had started this airlift thing where he was taking guys to Russia, to, these sides, right? Yep. 60s, what was happening? It was like the start of the Cold War, right? People had to pick sides. Do you notice that all the presidents who picked side of the Russians, those guys,
yeah, by the way.
Semiki to Mimi.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to happier stories because now, okay, not happier stories, other stories, because if you continue down this, I'm just going to be annoyed.
You must emancipate your mind. So when we're having conversations about, hey, do you think we should change this, Wilson? I mean, fine, she did amazing stuff with aviation and set that airport up by herself, but around.
And
and the idea that when we got independence, the leaders were just like, yeah, actually, we should just continue honoring her. Listen to me. There are so many amazing people that could have things named after them, and then someone asked me, oh, you want us to call it Rao? I'm just like, there's so many amazing people that did amazing things that got us where this freedom you're enjoying even to sit here and watch us.
Honestly,
people fought for this. Do you know South Sudan right now, they're hearing rumors of social media?
Aki.
Bro. My God.
TikTok inaweza rudi nini na wasijue watu wao wa US.
Yeah. It's shut down. They said 1 month, but I'm here to tell you, these guys will be back in 2027.
They actually extended it to 90 days now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it kicks off, they've extended it to
when they extend, well, 30 days is not enough. We're going to push it 90 days.
But think about it. What would you do?
It's crazy.
No, think about it. So the way we say like pressure, social media is like, think about it, man. You spend so much time scrolling and just taking so much nonsense into your head, right? 1 month of social media. What kind of a person will you be?
1 month without.
Yeah, without. A very different person, maybe.
What do you think would be the first positive thing that would happen?
I don't know. I'd probably read more. Like, for real. I actually enjoy reading, but I always get distracted by, like, technology. Yeah, basically.
I think hooking up or having stupid conversations with that irrelevant people would end.
Yeah.
Honestly, because you think when I say social media, even WhatsApp is in that mix.
That's true, actually.
So a lot of people cannot be able to get you, right? So, and phone calls, it will just be, they get like, oh my God, how dare you call me? Hey, now they'll just be like, hello.
You have to call me.
Because
oh my God, I have to make phone calls. Ew.
Yeah, now you'd be making them.
Yeah, but you feel so disconnected from, everything that's happening. You wouldn't know what's going on in other countries.
But
you have to go and sit and watch.
How are those things ideating you? Do you know, have you ever met someone who's not on social media, has a kabambe, they just have like glowing skin and they're happy.
Yeah.
They've not died. You get me?
Yeah.
So without social media doesn't mean you die.
Yeah, without social media, utajua nini Bruno Mars na Sexy Red wako na ngoma.
Hey, that song.
First of all, that's Bruno. Bro. Let's not Bruno.
How does a guy come
You'd
from
be
there?
so disconnected.
Bruno,
but all this stuff that how is it improving your mental?
Someone who's using social media as, how they make their money.
Okay, that one is unsafe.
Yeah, those ones will suffer.
Those ones will suffer. But
all the agencies tell you, so for the next quarter, we are putting on a hold on all the deliverables. So you just have to chill vibes.
See, it's just 1 month, guys. Just 1 month. It's just 1 month. 1 month. Can you imagine how many people's mental health, how many kids who have so unnecessary pressure? Oh my God, Joyce has a nini. That guy is not Joyce's.
I hired it so that I can take pictures and post it on social media.
Kids nowadays know how to use tabs and maneuver through the internet way faster
Switch off
than everything else.
What do you think when we're talking about social media has been shut off? What do you think has happened?
Yeah.
It's the internet. You can't get VPN there, bro.
My guy.
Exactly.
That's actually insane. I mean, I know Kenya can't afford to do that because of
my guy,
various reasons.
Lakini wanaweza zima hadi Starlink, hawezi.
Wanaweza zima kila kitu, bro. You can protect your airspace. Okay? Hivyo tu.
Starlink yenye inatumia sijui anga sijui huwa.
Lakini unajua uzuri ni Elon Musk ni atatununua. Kama anaweza afford America. Who is Kenya?
Bro, that's why he was so pumped during that inauguration. Did you see him? He looked like he had sniffed something. But he was just pumped. He was high on life because he had bought a whole country.
You guys, do you know how winning an election is so emotional? Lebu run the tape. See how Ruto cried when he got Nini. He became vice president. Winning election is emotional. They have a layer. Say anaambia watu wacha kuhara na tujafika kwa election.
Do you know there's someone who, actually speaking about social media and our president, there's someone who actually like read through the body language of the inauguration and what actually happened.
The billionaires.
Yeah, because during the inaugurations, like the symbols of power that when they transfer them, usually the constitution and that sword. So the sword symbolizes commander-in-chief, like you're taking charge of the armed forces, and then the constitution is you are now going to be our chief patron
and
abiding to the constitution,
and safeguarding it and making sure that everything in the constitution is at par. When this guy was given the constitution, run the tape.
Tumpongeze kwa makofi anapopokezwa katiba ya Jamhuri ya Kenya. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais.
And then when he got the sword, ran the tape.
Na ni dhahiri shahiri kwamba anakuwa amiri jeshi mkuu wa majeshi ya ulinzi ya Kenya.
You can clearly see when he got the sword, this guy was like, yeah. It's like he just won a Champions League trophy.
You can't convince me otherwise. That guy is a child.
Constitution kitabu
You're like, wow, yeah, he's a child. Does that not remind you of a 5-year-old child? Like, here is a book. Okay, cool. Here's a sword. Yeah!
But guys, I have to say this, yeah? This guy represents and I said it last time. I think it's not even a demographic. I think, the world is so imbalanced at the moment. And so somebody who can offer a different perspective seems like, are you going to tackle all the things that people are just, tiptoeing around? For example, remember last episode, I told people to go back in the closet.
Yeah.
Did I even finish? Thank you. Now they're saying that there's only 2 sexes. You know how crazy that is? Because in the constitution, Kenya, his census in Yelipita previously, there was 3 genders. Man, woman, and trans, intersex.
Yeah.
Kenya has a healthy community of intersex. People who are born with both ninis.
Yeah.
Which gender do you call them? Fuck.
Where do you put
now,
them?
when the president says that we're only going to identify with 2 genders, where does an intersex person fit if they go to prison?
Honestly.
You can't break law if you're intersex, bro.
And he said it's according to our
because there's nowhere to put you. Anywhere.
Anywhere. You know what I'm saying? The babes are going to use you like a dildo.
Yeah.
Right? The men are going to... Wow. Yeah. Ati unajua tu ati beshte yako hapa akona nini? Umetoka kukula hapa nani? Unatoka kushinda ukikula Jonte na Jonte hatumiangi tissue. Hakuna tissue prison. Hey, my guy.
Huko kwingine kuna hiyo ya nini ya Bruno Mars na Sexy Red.
My guy. Yeah. So anyway, I know that this is serious.
2025 is going to be a very wild year. Just
it's crazy,
but all I know is that just
buckle up,
that the pandering. That's what you're going to hear, especially from our African presidents, because
then like you said, they'll just copy paste.
Because think about it, even like an issue with Goma, right?
Yeah.
Ne Goma.
It's Goma for real.
Things are thick.
Hey, things are bad. It's sad. It's very sad.
It's so sad. And to think, okay, East African community, you have all these presidents. They cannot agree on the way forward. You know why? Because external powers are...
Because they're not the ones who are calling the shots. They're just like
external
little
powers
puppets.
are involved.
Yeah.
And if one external power is saying X, and it's like, for example, let's imagine Belgium is in your diabs, right? They've got a finger in your diabs. And then you, like...
Then France
is got a finger up your diabs, right? And me...
US is...
US. All right. Now, we are brothers and sisters in one house trying to discuss, let's raise funds for hii ugali yenye tunapika. Kila mtu atoe 20 bob. I'm like, wait, sorry, skiza, fine. Mi staki ugali. Mi skuli ugali mimi. Mi nimesema nakulanga ugali.
Ugali hapa ni nini?
Ugali ni nini?
Guys, we're not laughing at this
African
It's
Union.
serious.
For every African, we are on the same page.
Yeah.
Right?
See, is an African Union like a UN thing, which is basically a U?
No,
like
no.
the
African
US?
Union
Nah.
is a charter that started with OAU here, Addis Ababa, right? 1940 something, right? We are on the same. So was it 40 something? I think 48 there. Yeah, we're on the same page about what we want, right? As Africans, but you see, when you see your presidents walking into even currently right now, there's an energy summit happening in Tanzania, and you can see every president walking there just like
they have somebody up there.
Wait, see tufanye ile deal maze. See, we just shikana. We have one fence over here. See, we just build an SGR like this. You get everybody's hey. Who needs trains?
SGR is what?
Who needs trains?
You will walk.
Me, in fact, our people love to walk.
It's good for your health.
We are a walking nation. God.
And then I just want to shout out Kenya for opening its borders to every African out there and saying, hey, you guys can visit except Somalians.
Yeah.
And Libya, but Somali.
Can you imagine?
Aki.
Like Somalis just appear, they're just like,
They're just- but see, the ones who keep saying Somalis are not Africans.
No, I imagine, I don't think.
Bro, there was a whole thing on TikTok. There was a whole war about it. I don't know if it was last year, but one Somali saying how, they're not African. These countries that keep saying they're not African, and then Africans are trying to tell them, yes, you're African. I'm like, Sawa, don't be African, bro.
But
we lose nothing, you lose nothing. Don't be African. In fact, evict yourself from the island. Go. Take your whole country and move it to another continent.
But this is what I
But
think.
there's
a word for Negroes in every community. Every goddamn community except blacks. Every community, including Somalis. There's a word called Jafir. Check it out.
Yeah, isn't that what
Right?
also South Africans?
Jafir is for a lot of Arabs. And basically it's a very, 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 very terrible, offensive word.
Yeah.
But if you go to TikTok right now, see there are people who are calling each other Nini. They take your video, especially if you decide to date a Somali babe. Right? It's like it's a whole community. They decide to attack you, right? Even people who are not even related to this babe because they are clans, right? So they'll call you like you now. You decide to date Joyce and she's Nini. They call you Jafir. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I think it's Jafir. Yeah, but Ethiopians have one.
Oh my!
For Negroids, like Negroids, just know that there is, and Negroids, if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Right?
No, honestly,
Now you know.
take your country and move to the Middle East if you want
No.
to. Evict yourself
That's
from
not
the equation.
You see
Why
now,
are you forced?
I know you're
If you
talking
want
with
to be
the finger.
African, it's fine.
The finger in your diabs done that's talking.
No, I'm saying like it's like if we are related and you're like, I'm not your sister. I'm like, fine, Sawa. Don't be my sister. Go.
But you see,
like what the?
We need to understand that there are different. We are different. Like we're different. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yes, we are. It's just the same way, like, for example, like if you ask Libyans, Moroccans, yes, if they say they're not Africans, we get it, right? Because they affiliate more with the Arab community, right? And they are part of the Arab League.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
They're part of the Arab League, right?
But they're still in, like, Africa Cup of Nations.
Yes, saying you're not part, right? Wow. No, saying you're not African is wrong. But saying you're not Negroid is sort of correct.
Yeah.
Right? Because... I mean, look at the texture of their hair.
Yeah.
Right? We are clearly not the exact same people. Like we are Bantus, there are some who are Nilotic, right? There are some who are, whatever
and
you are.
Kushites fall into,
right?
you know what?
And then there's the Kush, there was the Kush kingdom, there was the Wat kingdom, there's the Ashanti kingdom. So we can't don't be like the Jungu who came here and say blacks.
Who you talking to?
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, can't you see that we're different people?
Yeah, my guy.
Ukiangalia uniangalia tunakaa tu exactly the same. You know,
same but different.
Yeah, so it's our diversity shouldn't be our differences. Our diversity should be the one thing that we're bringing together.
Yeah.
But also just remember that once the borders are open, there's whence the problems lie. That's whence the problem lies. Because already Kenyans are like, you guys are xenophobes, but we will address that in another
episode.
Yeah. You were telling us something.
Yeah. Speaking about knowledge can be a curse. You know, like how now you've gone on really
tangent.
Long rant over the things that you know with what has happened to us. Now, can you imagine if you are going through all of that and you can't forget? You know how you go through traumatizing things, you sweep it under the rug and you are absolutely,
just forget
a
about
brand
it.
new person.
Selective amnesia.
Yeah,
I'm a master at it, by the way.
I came across this interview of a lady called Jill Price. Run the tape.
When did you realize you had this ability? About 5 weeks after I turned 14, and I don't really know why on this day exactly, February 5th, 1980. But from that day until now, it's every day. And so, you pull a date out, boom, it's like I'm right there.
Every moment of every day.
Every day, yeah.
Don't believe it? Well, let's do a test.
Challenger, go with
The Challenger disaster.
Tuesday, January 28th, 1986. And the Super Bowl was the Sunday before.
For a touchdown!
John Lennon's assassination.
That was December 8th, 1980.
Do you remember what day of the week it was?
Monday. I was in 10th grade.
It blows my mind that you can remember that.
So this babe can't forget anything. I was watching this interview just thinking,
real.
That's a curse, bro.
the partner can never win an argument.
Ever.
Like kabisa wanakutolea receipt anasema on the
In
15th of July
2005.
at 2:15 p.m.
Bro.
while I was making bacon.
It's like young
You
Sheldon
said
in
this.
real life.
That's so crazy.
Anakumbuka kila kitu, everything in detail from 14 years of age. Man, that's crazy. I wouldn't want to be like that. Because there's definitely things in my life I want
she
to
remembers
forget.
her first sexual encounter. Ugh.
Maze,
Like in detail. You know what I mean? Oh my God.
you can't get into a new relationship because have you ever dated or been with someone who'd always compare you with their past? Huyu hata si lazima compare.
She has the information.
It's like her life is
She can
split
see a
screen.
pattern.
Guy.
You see how you're watching this video? Like it's on split screen. That's how her life is. Like there's
Yo.
the past, there's the near past,
Man.
and then there's the present.
But you know me-
she's there seeing everything together. Her deja vu is like every.
Me, I want to know
As
that
in
she
she's
remember
on that.
lyrics. No, there's a reason I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because I cannot, I can shake your hand, and guys, you have to just know when you tell me your names out there, I don't remember them. Like even on air, see, the caller says, "My name is Turner." When we finish the call, I've edited. I'm asking Kerry, that guy's name is.
Anaitwa?
Yeah, that's how bad it is. Like names, forget it, right? But then I can sing to you a
Lyrics.
song
From
that I learned
2002.
in class 2 when I was a baby.
Oh my
I'm
God. That's
on the
true, actually.
top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find. I can sing songs. Every song I have learned, I know the lyrics, I never forget. Right?
Once you run for us over here, Skepta, we'll get to Skepta. Let's
Bet.
chill. We'll get to Skepta.
Okay,
Just wait.
please. I just asked your girl, please get on your knees, grab the tip and squeeze. Please don't use your teeth. It really hurts when I have to leave. Had to catch a flight. I'm gonna get money overseas. Ow! You know?
Okay, bet.
Oh, you know? But then it would ask me someone's name. I'm like, sorry, sir. I can sit with you on a table and say it 5 times. Sorry, what did you say your name is? Paka unasema.
Unless it's Jonte.
And it would be so nice if everybody could just wear a name tag.
Just walk around life with a name tag. Or maybe when they're around you.
Yes.
Unless they're called Jonte or Stacy.
Me, everybody's called Jonte and Stacey. I'm just like, wait, ule Jonte yako wapi? So it makes life easier if I can just have 2 names.
I can't imagine having to remember some of the things that I've been through in my life, because me, if there's somebody who has actual selective amnesia, it is me. There are things I will go through and I'll forget about them for years. I'm talking about like from 14 years old.
Yeah.
And then something will come up and then I'll be like,
Guy.
that actually
Yeah.
happened.
So
Me, I have selective amnesia.
So let's
for
go
real.
around. Things we wish we could forget.
I already forgot them.
That's one. That's one. Carrie, what's something you wish you could forget?
That one time I jizzed my shorts in class.
What?
The KCP story.
Yes.
Oh God. Okay, tell them.
All right. So yeah, it's not at
In class?
Si ati invigilator alikuwa ni teaching practice na alikuwa na kapoa Z.
What did you think you were in the toilet and you were sitting?
So you see how coming of age,
Coming of age?
yeah, most
Is that how
boys.
you wanna start?
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah,
Choice of what? Sorry, yes.
most boys go through, a wet dream where this is when
When you're asleep.
you are asleep and then they tell you you're going to, dream that you are engaging in coitus.
During exam?
Mimi ilifanyika kwa exam. I know I did not dream, I panicked. And
Apparently, that's a thing.
Yeah, apparently. when I shared with my boy, he actually told me that the same thing happened to him in KCPE. So I was doing KCPE math exam, invigilator anasema 15 more minutes, nikiangalia niko question 35.
Out of 50.
Out of 50.
Basically, so like when somebody is saying, so when the invigilator
So you
saying,
got so nervous you jizzed your pants.
Yeah. Invigilator was saying,
when the
I'm getting the
saying,
papers, I'm coming.
We're coming to an end, and you're saying, me too.
You're like,
My guy, what? Okay.
Yeah, so it happened, and
time to
while
finish,
it was
bet.
going on, because I was freaking out. I was freaking najaribu kujaza nini.
Jesus.
You know, at some point I was there wondering like whether it's pee or not, but it didn't really feel like pee because
the texture is different.
Yeah, and I looked down, I couldn't see it, so I was like, okay, I didn't pee my pants, but something came out.
This podcast needs to end.
Yeah.
All right, you know what?
Okay.
I went to the bathroom and then got to realize, oh, ni spams.
Jesus.
Do you know,
That time you're in school, you call it by its biological name.
I was actually so intrigued by that story. I had to ask my doctor friend, and he said, yeah, it's possible, especially when you're adolescent. I don't use the words that you used. Yeah.
Jesus.
In your adolescence, just basically, especially as guys, you don't have control of your body.
Yeah.
The wind will blow in the right direction, and you're like, woo!
Bro, speaking of wind blowing in the right direction, you know, something I want to forget, like happened just over this last weekend. So I'm at 270. Yes, I went back there again. This is the second episode I'm mentioning 270.
You didn't like this place?
No, it was nice. It's a good vibe.
I'll give it a shot.
Then
And
I took some spicy cocktails. There's a spicy margarita that they make, bro. And I was there telling you, remember I was telling you, like when you go to Nigeria, like only sample like one dish, or like when you go to India, like sample one dish. Don't eat too many spicy foods.
Everything, even a spicy drinks.
You might just spend the whole time in your hotel room just going. You know what I'm saying?
No sightseeing day two.
Brav, you know. Anyway, so I think it also applies with spicy cocktails. Bro.
Yeah.
Hey. Anyway, so me, I'm over there. I'm drinking my spicy cocktails. The sun, nini, and then he said raining, right? And then out of nowhere, there's this guy who came, two guys, they came and sat next to us, and they were there like having a conversation with their asses.
How did you know it was them?
No, bro. You know, like fat, I can locate the source. I have a very strong sense of smell. So I remember the first one, it just at the air.
How do you know it was both of them? Maybe it was one of them.
It was one of them. I could see him with that stomach.
It could be a spicy cocktail.
That nigga was farting, my God, and a nyamba. Bro, guys, as in, you know, like when I say it, it sounds like a joke. But you know, there are these people who just love farting in public.
Yeah.
They just love nyambaing.
Who loves
you know,
farting in public?
you have never seen like elevators where they've written don't fart. You know, like, oh, you
don't fart in an elevator, guy.
Okay,
People
don't
fart
speed.
in it.
But like,
People fart in that.
like people fart in elevators.
Yeah.
Like it's just a 2
It's the wrong
second
place
ride.
to fart. You shouldn't.
2 second ride,
Guys.
right? You're in a matatu. Okay, I know you ate dondo for lunch, but is this the only place you could fart? Is this the only place? Okay, this one. Okay,
Could have walked it off. You know,
I get it.
leave
Like,
it
if
in
you live on Thika Road, just fart. The traffic is noticing. But like here, there's a toilet. There's a toilet that has been provided. Why are you farting?
But you're outdoors. See 270 in a rooftop. You should feel safe.
But there are other people there, man.
You should feel safe farting in a rooftop. I mean,
there are other.
no one is gonna
that's why I
smell
say.
it.
You see, that's why
Because
guys
inaenda
have
na
done the same.
inadisappear.
This is guy logic.
No, for
guys
real.
think it's okay to just fart. Ati it's open.
Uko outdoors.
Itaenda. Yeye amekaa on a lower seat.
Ina rise. Hot air rises.
It was just being carried with the humidity of the rain, and then it was lingering like a cloud. At some point, it even turned to rain condensed and started raining in my nose. As in, I was so furious. Like, shout out to my pal, she knows exactly. I had to go to the bar and tell them, who you on a nyamba? They died. They were just dying of laughter. And I'm like, I'm being serious. My nostrils are on fire. Ushainusa mnyambo moto.
Spicy margarita. You blame the place
That
where.
guy, you know, she even came and told me, huyu amenunua drink moja ameinyonya for 5 hours. 1 year.
Na kushutia.
Alikuja hapa tu kunyamba. It's like he wants to see his fat just circulating in Parklands. I was so mad. So mad. So yeah,
Which reminds
I
me.
wish I could forget.
Okay, I've just remembered a story. I'll tell you after we all
I don't even know why
share.
you guys are laughing.
Guys, I can't make this up. Run the tape.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
an 8-hour flight. You was like, where is farting?
Imagine, and you can go to the toilet. Like, why are you doing it?
First class. First class, you have very nice toilets.
Huyo utapata anafanya boy math. Boy math is the vents are on, the ACs. It's sucking the air. No, it's not, bro.
You have a first class toilet, my guy.
Don't fart in public. Another thing you shouldn't do, don't pee in pools. Do you know chlorine has no smell? But when chlorine is mixed with urine, it smells like a pool.
Oh my God. So all that chlorine we smell is just pee.
Yes. Chlorine has no smell. If you put chlorine in clean water, it has no smell. You can't smell it. But the moment you add a drop of pee, just a drop of pee in that water, it starts smelling like a pool. It smells like vacations. It smells like hotels. It smells like the holiday. So you smell your pool.
Why would you went swimming for me? I'm so mad.
But like, okay, listen, let me tell you something.
No, but chlorine has a smell.
Raise your hand.
Chlorine has no smell when it's in clean water.
That smell is called pee in chlorine. Raise your hand if you've peed in a pool. Okay.
I was a child.
As an adult.
No. Bro, imagine it can't come out as an adult. Like, I've actually, even in the ocean, when I'm like really pressed and I'm like, let me just pee it. It's like I have shyness.
Ujai achilia moja kwa jacuzzi hata.
Bro, it refuses.
You know you're a guy. Me, you're just in bubbles there. You're thinking
imagine it refuses. It's like my nini gets shy because I can't even make this up. As an adult,
this was a private
it's like my nini is shy.
Well, there, it was a cottage. Now I know my friends like, ew, yeah, I peed. You know what happened? It was my birthday. And then there were so many drinks and we're drinking and we're in the pool and I'm having a good time. We're in coast and I don't want to get out of the pool. And then I remember this pool has chlorine. Then I went and read that chlorine actually doesn't clean shit.
What does it do?
It does like just, like it's the way you put Dettol on like when you put spirit and your hand has been cut off. Like it's doing that basically. It's just doing bars, right? It's gaslighting your hand. It's gaslighting your hand. Actually, I think spirit, if your hand has been cut off, is just for lighting it. Like you just need a lighter there to like just burn it.
Speaking about peeing, another thing I want to forget is seeing a babe pee while standing.
It means you and pee.
This episode is called Kerry's Toilet
Business. This one time.
No, but like peeing while
nilikuwa gentleman kwa concert.
Like standing up or like standing. Hovering.
Like
squatting.
Standing.
She was
squatting.
Standing.
Yeah. I'm like, girl.
Guys.
She was standing for real.
Like straight.
Yes. So this chick wants to go to the bathroom. The bathroom, kuna queue. Actually, see bathroom, it's those portaloos. Yeah. So the men's one, like there's a queue going in. The babes one, there's a queue going in. To a point, people were just going in everywhere.
In the bushes.
Yeah, everywhere. So if you got a point, she wants to, and then she's like, "Can you hold my drink?" I was like, "Sour, I will. Can I take you?" Okay, I don't know why I asked.
Can he take you to the
because Kerry?
Yeah, I mean it was dark.
You're Kerry.
You're
Kerry.
It's okay. I don't know why
you're
I asked.
Kerry. It's okay.
She's like, yes. So this place you chose to go and pee is like right next to Aka wall. Alafu, it's dark. So she was there doing it. Mini nimeangalia this side so that nobody comes. Yeah, and when someone starts coming, I like draw attention or cause something, to just divert attention from someone who's peeing right behind me. This babe peed so hard, man, like it gongared the wall and hit me and I felt it.
She peed on you basically.
Yeah.
Some kinky stuff. R. Kelly would
do you
be
still
proud.
go home with her?
No, she was a friend.
Wow. But let me tell you, I mean, considering you're judging her for standing and you see it.
I don't believe.
Can you imagine what she said when she saw you peeing?
Like peeing, sit her down.
I don't know which one is more traumatizing.
Do you know, there's a babe who's once seen me pee and she actually thought that I was taking a shit.
Yeah. I'd think the same.
She asked me, like, are you taking a shit right now with the door open? I was like, no, I'm peeing.
Yeah.
No, but like, let me tell you, I think babes can pee standing and that's okay. And guys can pee seated and that's okay.
As long as you pee.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. You do your thing, guys.
That's all that matters. So, things I wish I could forget, now that we are talking about bowel movements.
How did this become about? Nyamba.
Because you opened the
Guys,
for our international viewers, Nyamba is farting.
Munyambuliko wa vitenzi. I used to crack every time they'd say that in class.
Yeah, so there's a time in high school I laughed so hard I farted a little bit.
In class?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens, but like,
I was in the
loud?
back.
Was it a loud one or
no? Like luckily I was in the lab, and my best friend was my lab partner, and like our class wasn't that big, so we were a bit separated from like the other groups. I think just the ones in the back had, but it was
Did anything solid come out?
No, it was just one of those. I think I'd held it in, and then my best friend said something funny, and then when I laughed, it all came out at the same time.
You know, if there's any Shosho who's watching this, she's just like, this is normal.
And it wasn't those ones for stinking. It was just a brr.
Yeah.
And then it disappeared.
The class had.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the backbenchers probably had.
Damn.
Like I said, we're in the lab and there was some space like...
Walisema hizo vitu is like, hey, msichana mrembo lakini mshuto ni ya mje.
Yo, but
it
like,
was quite embarrassing.
Remembering everything, man.
Yeah, so these days when I laugh, I make sure there are no farts in me.
Yeah.
That was a great lesson.
Could you tell us what you'd love to forget? Because this babe who's remembering everything, let's just be honest, we are not in the same category as her. There's already too many things that we are seeing, you know, even, and I'm kind of grateful for my short attention span, especially for stuff that I see on TikTok. Because like as soon as I've done this,
next, you've moved on. Yeah.
It's gotta, and it, like,
but Skepta lyrics are for life.
For life, bruv.
Can we talk about how I have a new crush?
Wait, I have another Skepta Nini. Wait, come and get your wife, because we've been having sex just for exercise. Now she look into my eyes and she's mesmerized.
You know, so I know that song. Yeah.
She said, bad girl, say I need your love. Say I need your love. Me need you close to me. And then I say, say on the road. Bad energy, stay far away. Hey,
make it stay far away. Okay, suburb.
But now just imagine. Imagine.
I'm so upset that he has a girlfriend. It's my new crush.
Imagine them jewels on that music video. I'm telling you guys, you better get used to the flex.
Is he also Nigerian?
Put your shoes on, come and get your wife.
Because we've been having sex just for exercise.
Come on.
Now she look into my eyes. Like now she mesmerized.
Like he's giving like strong silence.
That guy is delicious.
And he's 42. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Guys, if you Skepta song.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about your
You know what it is.
Girlfriend.
Maya Jama dated what's his name?
Stormzy.
Twice. Mazi. Long relationship. I'm just like, is it because Skepta was busy, ama?
No, Maya Jama I think alikuwa anapenda mtu anampatia instruction. Shut up.
Oh, but here's the thing, yeah. Here's the thing.
Tell my man, shut up.
Did you see? Let me tell you how fine Skepta is.
I
right?
understand people are saying. Kerry was saying that he's not even that fine, bro. That man is
Skepta ako too, man.
Sexy.
That guy was standing next to Pierre Aaron.
Aaron. You even forgot his name.
Yeah.
You're like, who's that?
I'm a bit skeptical whether I know him. What's his name again? Mufasa.
Because akona dem sahi.
Come and get your wife.
Because
we've been having sex just for the exercise. This guy was standing next to run this babe. Where can you picture up and do on it? This guy is standing next to Aaron Pierre. And now we're just like, who's that pretty guy standing? Kebu Songa hivi? Because Skepta just got that, you know.
And then did you see his response to everything that was going on Twitter? I think that just made him even sexier.
What did he say?
He was like, yeah, enough, stop tagging me in these things. So basically he said, you know what, I'll put the image there so that people can read for themselves. So basically he just said, stay out of women's business. And that's such a sexy thing to say. He was like, let the women talk. Fellas, stay out of it.
You know, if you're attracted to someone, it doesn't matter what they say. Anything they say is sexy.
No, but that was very sexy.
It's like when he said grease. Where I jizzed. Kerry, am I lying? How much did I love that song? I say grease. I just asked your girl, please get on your knees. Grab the tip and squeeze. Please don't use your teeth. Ooh, it really hurts when I have to leave. Yeah. Man, I had to fly. Man, I get money overseas.
At this point, we'll have to go. This will be the karaoke episode.
Let's go.
Okay,
karaoke. You sing for us, but yeah, song.
Bet. Let's go.
Guys, I know the story you guys want to hear. But before we get there, so you like and subscribe and then we'll talk about it. Anyway, we've sung a lot for you this episode. I hope you
Wait, see,
enjoyed.
Nigerians were singing for you in the comment section.
Hey, fast!
Kwanza, what's the
of
name
all.
of that babe who was calling you out?
Hey, let me find her. As I find her. Okay, sorry, no.
First,
Huyo dem alikuja na shots attack every East African babe.
My
Because she was
guy.
going after your forehead.
Why do you come after you? My forehead is fine, but why would
This
you
is a national
mention my
treasure.
mother?
this is
I'm going to tell on you.
identity.
I'm going to tell
right?
on you to my
And also,
mother.
by the way, let me just say this. Have you seen these two twins who have flat heads?
Are they Ghanaian?
No, they're from Mozambique. They do this randete. So someone posted in the comment section that these are the effects of leaving the baby lying on their back for too long. Right? And I was just like,
No.
So let me get this straight. Is it like cultural practice in Ghana?
Yeah, I think the Ghanaians just do
No,
it. Yeah.
because doctors say you shouldn't leave the baby lying
Yeah,
on
it's
the
Because
just-
they knew it.
yeah.
It's just one long neck.
Yeah. So
and then hair starts growing on the
yeah,
neck.
yeah. So now with that said,
Focus, okay? So this
what happened here? What happened? And
I used to think it's pulling hair back, and you pull your
Our
hair
foreheads,
back
man.
so much.
You see, Mungai
You don't even
never even walks around without a kofia.
First of all, you don't have a forehead. You can't even
Sis,
speak.
let me tell you, what you talking
Have
about,
you
man?
seen this 5-head? And it's hereditary.
Anyway, all I'm saying
fine
is
girls have
Rihanna
big
said, "Call me
foreheads."
rude boy, can you get it? Take it, take it, take
Even
it,
Rihanna
take
has
it."
a big
There we
forehead.
go.
So you can't tell me. Okay? And I came here with all the intentions to roast Nigerians, but seeing everything that is currently going on with said Annie.
Bro,
What's her
Annie's in
maiden
therapy.
name without the Idibia?
Macaulay.
That one. Okay? And
Idibia innocent ame tupe ya jina. He's
Yeah.
like, give me back my name.
Yeah.
He called. Oh my god.
She can't call herself too, mama.
This guy was asking me, Ati, Kwani, how many kids does he have? I'm just like, he's called Tu Baba.
They too, mama.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when your
Guys.
boyfriend is called Baba, Baba Nani, yeah, just know things are thick.
Anyway, yeah, so I came here with all the intentions to roast Nigerians for being Annie's attack dogs, but I just got schooled a little bit on her history, even like in the recent past with like the whole audio that
Yeah.
you played and everything. Like, honestly, she's not okay,
Yeah.
right? I still don't feel bad for making that video because I didn't particularly poke fun at her situation. I actually didn't talk the entire video, okay? But I understand why you guys are coming for me like her trained attack dogs. Oh, that was rude.
Wait, relax.
I understand why you guys are coming for me like that because her history is very checkered. And right now, she's actually in rehab, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly she's in rehab.
So can I
and
tell
they're
you what's
going
happening?
through a divorce. Yeah, actually give us the story.
So Two-Face, so this week, I mean, we thought like Annie's Toro has relaxed, you know, like now, see, we've already unpacked it and you guys have moved on. You've watched Young, Famous and African. I mean, we got new things to focus on in the new week. You know what I'm saying? This is
Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah.
You know, Goma, I thought Goma was
My
going to be
guy.
trending.
Yeah.
But then here, even on top of Goma, where people are fleeing their homes, Annie, Two-Face are trending.
Bro.
Why? Because Two-Face came out and said that, look, us guys who've been separated.
For a
We've been
minute.
separated,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they're currently going through divorce. And I saw that story and I really, like, immediately I felt for Annie. Because I was like, you know, on top of being crazy on Young, Famous and African,
Yeah.
you call it whatever it is. That
Yeah.
girl was crazy on that
Yeah.
episode. Like, I mean, on that season.
Yeah, she was.
She was crazy.
And remember, I even mentioned, I was like, did she have too much to drink? Turns out, allegedly, it's more than just alcohol.
Yeah, no. So, you know, when someone says, like, if you know people who like consume drugs, there's
Yeah.
something in the drug community called tweaking, right? Where, you know, like someone is
bodily,
just like, you know,
yeah,
like,
your
and if
body
you watch
tweak,
her,
yeah.
like she was tweaking
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
And I even wrote, before even this whole story, before even we talked about it on the podcast, when I
Yeah.
was watching it, I tweeted and I said, I think Annie needs rehab. I don't think she needs a reality show. I think she needs rehab.
Yeah.
And you see, this is a choice she made to go to a reality show.
In that state.
And all these people who are coming for people who are hating on her, they're like, why would you allow this babe to be on TV?
You know?
What are you expecting? When we're talking about
Yeah.
Diamond, nobody's, like, the Tanzanians are seated down because they know Enyewe.
With
And
don't
Diamond...
do that again. Please.
Yeah?
Don't do
No,
that.
Diamond is like an entertainer.
No, I'm saying don't do the mouth thing again.
platinum.
No.
You know? That's his thing, man.
Stop.
That's his thing. He's an entertainer.
Continue. Yeah.
And there's a guy he checked and I think he had chokered the comments.
Yeah.
He checked this guy on
What did
Instagram.
he say?
He's like, "Wait, bana. Unajua bana." Anyway, but it was a tweet, so I'm just reading it the way I think he would have said it out loud. But he checked him. He's like, "My guy, kwani you don't know entertainment?
Eject me private.
I want he kwani ni tamashani no. Dance na mimi." Anyway,
Stop.
so now a lot of videos have chomoked of Annie. Like all hell has broken loose, and this is like, as somebody who's been on a reality show twice, this is what I'll say. You don't want to be on TV or in public scrutiny, because that's what a reality show is.
Yeah.
If you have skeletons.
Okay.
You know, I was saying the other day, like on this, a few minutes ago, I was saying, you don't want to be attacking people in comment section if you know you have collateral damage, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Annie has kids. Her kids are on TikTok, right? I even saw one of her daughters being asked, like, how do you feel like when your parents are? This was like the previous. I think now she's deleted her page because your things have gone south, and she wants to be an actress. You know, she's like a normal teenage kid, right? Who's in Shule Maju. So people have picked sides. So allegedly, Annie is in rehab, allegedly. And how did we know this? Because when Two-Face announced this story of his, and he said he's going to let the federations, the people of the federation, hey, watu wabangi maze. We're going to let you know what is happening in due time. Because he said he has his side of the story to tell. Yeah. Because all we've been seeing is Annie's the victim, But in every tango, there's two people dancing.
Yeah.
So he says he's going to tell his story. There's a lady called Toke Makino. She's a huge influencer and star in Nigeria. And she basically, she felt personally attacked. And she was like, yo, Two-Face, how dare you say this? And you know what's going on behind the scenes? We're going to come for you. Right? And it's like, okay, what's happening? Now, after that is when now it started spiraling, or Toke and allegedly Toke and Tiwa are taking care of Annie while she's in rehab. And so they feel like Two-Face is kicking her while she's down.
Right.
Look, I don't know. None of these stories have been confirmed, so we cannot say them as the real truth. But this is what's out there on TikTok.
Yeah.
And this is why I say, before you go to any reality show and you say, oh, I'm there for the money, first do this. Am I okay?
Are you?
Check the weather.
Because
right?
I
check
asked
up because
if she was okay.
You can go there and things happen. I've seen, like even in our Big Brother season, the Big Brother All Stars, there's a guy who wasn't okay. Actually, two. The mental stress was crazy. One guy had to drop out. A guy from Ghana, I've forgotten his name. Yeah, he had a mental breakdown.
Oh my God.
Right? And then there's another guy who had to be kicked out because he fought with a babe.
Acting up,
Right? So, yeah, you have to
check yourself, man.
You're under scrutiny, and sometimes, you know, it's not like you can go back into the closet.
Once you already act up in public, bro, it's
that
there
becomes
forever.
your personality.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely we sympathize with her situation, but I don't want to say I'm low key happy. Like I remember my first thought when I saw the whole divorce thing. I was like, finally. Like she can be free, you know? Because sometimes we, as women, we hold on to situations like so hard with everything that we have, like literally tunakata kuachika.
Even
you know
men.
what I mean?
Even men.
Yeah, even men. But like I feel like for her, again, I can't judge her situation. Two-Face doing this and actually saying, oh, I've not been hacked, we're actually separated, we filed for divorce. I feel like it's going to be baptism by fire. It's going to be difficult. It's going to hurt. It's probably going to be her first time being a single woman for almost like 20 years. These guys were together since like teenagehood, right?
Even before
they got married, they were together 10 years before that and whatever. It's going to hurt
They've
now.
seen him having children.
But with so many other women, it's going to hurt now. But when she comes out on the other side, imagine she's actually going to thank him for leaving her. If that's actually what happened, because I don't think it was mutual.
they separated. We don't even know what's going on.
Or rather, she's going to be happy that the situation ended. Right now, she's in the thick of it, and it's gonna suck, and it's going to be difficult. But I just remember thinking, finally, she can be free.
But think about it, Joyce. The thing I want you to remember is that Young, Famous, and African was shot a year ago.
What we've seen was
exactly.
a year ago.
So a lot has happened.
So like,
a lot has happened.
Okokad, run the tip.
Dimwits. What the dimwit is that, my nigga? What the dimwit is that? What the dimwit?
She was banning her Versace clothes, saying Medusa, the head.
Is where Nani got that idea from?
Who? Hear me out. So
Did Michelle do the same thing?
No, but this is, I don't know. But she did this recently. Like
no,
I was
Michelle
watching,
over the
yes, but
holidays,
like this, she did this last week. I was watching on her on her Instagram, and she was basically saying that she reached a place where she had to ban all this Medusa heads. And I have a question for Christians, and I asked Kerry this question on air today, and he ran away from the question. He was like, I'm setting him up. Are you a Christian?
No.
Hey, wow. So you know how like Christians, like you still find someone like a Christian will buy Versace, right? And Versace has the Medusa head, right? Which is a Greek god, which is not Jesus Christ, which is it's not.
It's a pagan god.
If Nyasai is a pagan god, right?
Nyasai ni nini?
Wewe unajua wazungu waliambia nini? Do you know what the white man told my
Nyasai ni mchawi.
Stop.
All our gods, from your god on the mountain to all our gods, right? Before they came, our god was called Enkoro. All that was gone, right? Those were, you can only confess to Jesus Christ.
That's crazy,
right? That's what it is. That's what it is. Like my mom is SDA, and if I tell her right now, let's burn sacrifices for Nyasai, she'll tell me, what in the mightiest prophet is going on? Right?
And start talking to you, praying for you.
You know, so I want to ask the Christians as we wrap up here. Do you think these like when you're going to buy clothes, do you think about like the meaning of the label? Like for example, when you have a Kangol, like, and that kangaroo that's there, right? Is it a?
It's called Jack.
What?
That Nike, is it a yes to everything? Right? Are you allowing spirits into you? What do you do?
Yes to everything.
You don't know. Yeah. Like, look, I could start a church today. You can call me Prophet Loving, right? Right? Prophet Loving Kwambooks, right? And I can come up with all these stories. Like, you see that gun? That's why everything is happening so violently in your life, right? That bazooka, not the ones for Nigerians.
Gaza.
It's not Gaza vibes there, right? That's why your life is in turmoil, right? Repent. You see how you're wearing black and yellow, right? You're splitting. One personality in your life is blonde, right? You're burning yellow and the other one is black. Why do you like wearing black?
Devil's horn.
I've not even started, right? Stop. Right now it has started as bunny ears. It will grow into horns, right? That chain butterfly you have there.
Stop.
When you see people, your heart is just flying around, flying like a butterfly. That's why you can't
never
settle.
settles.
Stop.
Right? Should I come there?
No.
So all I'm saying is, do you guys believe these stories, Ama? For you, it's just clothes. Hit us up in the comment section.
Let us know.
Yeah, because Kifilwe is saved. She said
that's crazy.
She has left her
secular life behind.
Why
she has left her home
sell the
breaking
Versace
ways
and then use the proceeds? You give them to church.
Oh, actually, speaking of that, thank you so much. This is where we're going to end. This was my story. So there's a Tanzanian artist. I don't know if you saw this thing, run the tape. As you can see, the guy is burning a Mercedes Benz that he was given 2 years ago by a pastor. Right? And so he came, this was on Saturday last week, and he burnt the church. He went to say, not the church. Hey, relax. He burnt the car. I think he's going to burn the church anyway.
He might.
He took the car to a bush somewhere. A Mercedes, your thing is brand new. And he lit it to, and Paka, I asked myself, what is this Mercedes? They're made of nini? Karatasi.
Oh, if that was German, it was supposed to be fire is fire, my guy.
You know,
fire is fire.
No, because like I thought it was
made of ni leather. Doesn't leather burn faster?
I thought it was like this. You know, these houses for America, which is like they just burn. Like, it's like why would you make your house of firewood?
For the temperature control.
No, why would you make your house full of firewood? Which fire? Which temperature?
What temperature
control?
Wait, watcha.
I swear.
Wait, watcha. Why don't Europe do that? Why don't Europe do that?
Even in Europe, they use a lot of
Europeans are looking at Americans
whiteboards and those things.
No, at least they put concrete.
Oh, okay.
So that in the event that the firewood catches fire, that the concrete is still there. Anyway,
you still have a house.
Okay, so we're talking about America. We just
So,
didn't we all just agree they're not really smart?
Coming back to TZ. No. Hey. Don't make conclusions like this.
Okay, not conclusions. Sorry.
In TZ, right? This guy burnt this car. And he said it's because God told him. Just the same way Kefilu burnt the clothes because it's evil, right? And you remember there's this pastor, there's this Mave who the son bought for her a brand new car, right? And he said he's not taking it because it's proceeds of she doesn't know. She called it a coffin.
Yo. No, but she knows. She knows her son and she knows the kind of job he does. Pia mimi naweza uliza hii pesa imetoka wapi?
This artist, he said he's not gonna tell us the reason why God told him, but he said the day God allows him to tell us, he'll tell us. So he
I'm
probably
curious,
knows.
let us know.
Yeah. And then you know that lady Chomoka at that church, the cult. Mightiest prophet, right? And then they came for her. So I just want to know from the Christians, right? When you go buying clothes, kwanza you are second hand, right? Is it possible that the first hand was an Illuminati guy?
Devil worship.
Those pants you're wearing, was it? There's a slave driver who was wearing, yo, pick that car. And you're wondering why you're having like weird dreams.
Then you buy it, you start walking backwards for no reason.
Yeah. Mega, you know, this jacket was nini. It was like second hand.
There's
even a guy called Trent.
Always in your church.
Yeah.
Are you having weird dreams?
Trent ajipange mazee, my jacket.
Blocked.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So we kwanza Keri unafaa kujiangalie.
Yeah, I jizzed my pants. See you subscribe us, a thumbs up if you liked it. I know you did.
I thought you were going to say, come here. Like me.